Hey guys, so we just wanted to do a quick little video about how to clean your Mezco Sentinel base. If you've watched our other videos, you know that ours and other people's, we've learned, have come with uncured paint on them. Yeah, you can see it here. So if it's not possible for you to return your Wolverine figure, or if you'd just rather not deal with that, we do have a method of cleaning the Sentinel base. So what you're going to want to do is start out with some rubbing alcohol. We used 70%. To start out with, we put a little bit of that on a rag and just started kind of wiping away. And don't use a cloth that you like. Definitely use just a work rag or whatever, because it is going to get gunk on it. More or less depending on the severity of how much paint is on your Sentinel base. So you can see here, we're just kind of wiping it away, and obviously those aren't my hands, those are Patrick's hands. Unless I grew a lot of hair in the past day or two. And you can see coming off, that paint is just, it's all over the base. It's especially bad in the crevices, but it is just uncured everywhere. Get a Q-tip, get it down in those crevices, because that's where the paint is going to gather. You also want to get a brush with stiff bristles and just kind of work it all over the Sentinel base. So you're using a rag, a Q-tip, and a brush in tandem here. And just make sure to get all those little nooks and crannies. There's a lot of them. That's where the brush and the Q-tip come in. And just kind of slather the thing in rubbing alcohol and then wipe it off and start over again. It takes a while to get it all off, or at least it did for us. And you can really see at times how thick that uncured paint is. Just like pure black when it comes up out of the Q-tip sometimes. Yeah, especially get down in those ports, because that's how I ended up staining our original Wolverine figure, is that I put the stand in the port and then the gunk came out of it and it got on the Wolverine jumpsuit, and it doesn't really come off. And this right here just illustrates how much gunk is on the Sentinel base, because that Q-tip is still coming up black. So depending on the severity of your case, it may take a while to get all the gunk off. But you really want to make sure it's all off before you go putting Wolverine around it. The main problem is that his jumpsuit is not removable. It's also made of spandex, and stains do not like to come out of it. Believe me, I learned that the hard way. Also, as we got more and more of the uncured paint off, we noticed some small fibers that were stuck in the Sentinel sculpt. And I guess those were probably paintbrush bristles left over from when they were painting it. It's just kind of a sloppy mess, which is a shame because it looks great. After all that, there's still gunk on the Sentinel base. So you see here, Patrick is just kind of getting fed up and really just slathering it down. You may want to be a little bit more careful around the power button than he was. But, you know, it still works. So, use your own judgment. But he is really going to town on that base. So after you're sure you have gotten all the paint off, you're going to want to let it dry. What we did is use an air compressor. So we kind of hosed off all the alcohol, made sure it was dry. Then we used Krylon Crystal Clear. It's a clear coat. You can use it for a lot of things. We're both artists, so we use it for artwork, finished sculptures, finished paintings, stuff like that. But it's got a wide variety of applications. We used satin, which is a cross between glossy and matte, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. You just want to spray that evenly on the surface. Make sure you get any debris off the Sentinel base before you continue spraying, because when that dries, that debris is going to stay stuck to the base, and you don't want that. So after you coat it, it's going to smell really bad, and it's not great for you to breathe in. So leave it somewhere with good ventilation, maybe outside. Just let it completely dry, don't mess with it. And so you've got a clean Sentinel base that isn't going to ruin your Wolverine figure. The pegs go in clean, come out clean. And as you can see here, the lighting function still works. So I hope this was educational for you. Sorry if you're going through this same problem, but hopefully this is a fix for you. It is a little strange, we haven't had such a problem with Mezco in the past. But apparently a lot of people have had issues with this particular Wolverine figure, so I don't know what that's about. Anyway, I hope this helped, and I will see you guys on the next review. See ya!